Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I am Sandy Williams. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Fayval Williams, has announced the start of the search for a new governor of the Bank of Jamaica. The new governor will succeed Richard Biles, whose term is set to end on August 18, 2026. Minister Williams says the recruitment process will be guided by principles of transparency and good governance, with a focus on identifying the best candidate to lead the central bank. She notes that the incoming governor will be expected to maintain economic stability, advance the modernization of the financial system, and expand the use of digital payments, particularly among underserved groups. The minister adds that the role will also involve ensuring that the benefits of sound monetary policy translate into increased jobs and investment across the economy. A search committee has been established to assist in the process. The committee will identify a short list of candidates from which a recommendation will be submitted to Cabinet and ultimately to the Governor General for appointment in keeping with the Bank of Jamaica Act. The cutoff time for local bank transfer via RTGS system could soon extend beyond 1 p.m. This announcement comes amid calls from small business owners for a faster and more flexible banking system to support business transactions. President of the Jamaica Bankers Association, Audrey Tugwell Henry, says while there is no firm timeline yet, discussions are ongoing and she is not opposed to the move.
In 22, there were some challenges initially, but we have overcome them in the main. And we are also very willing to go to a 24-hour service. It requires a lot of coordination around the specifications and so on, but we are open to it.
She said the Jamaica Bankers Association is also working alongside JET, operators of Multilink and the Bank of Jamaica to introduce an account-to-account transfer system similar to the Zelle platform used overseas.
System that will be very inclusive. So that's in addition to when the Bank of Jamaica is ready to go 24/7 with RTGS. We'll be very happy to engage around that.
This account-to-account transfer system is expected to be rolled out at the end of 2026 for a pilot phase. Currently, RTGS transactions are typically processed on business days between 8 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. for same-day transfers. Transfers initiated after these hours or on weekends are processed on the next business day. Director of Tourism Donovan White is dismissing concerns about a post-hurricane room shortage. Mr. White points to strong recovery metrics and new hotel investments driving capacity growth. More in this report. Despite lingering speculation, Director of Tourism Donovan White says Jamaica's tourism sector is far from short on accommodation.
No, we're not running short on rooms. We would love to have all our rooms back, obviously. But today we are over 70% of room stock. Given what we went through.
Mr. White notes that while some properties were impacted during the passage of Hurricane Melissa, particularly in Montego Bay and along the south coast, the rebound is already well underway. He says a recent tour with Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett revealed that key attractions like the Appleton Estate Rum Experience are fully operational, signaling a broader reopening of the south coast. But beyond recovery, the sector is also expanding its inventory. In Mandeville, the newly rebranded property, the Mandeville Hotel, now the Garden Hotel, is adding fresh momentum to the sector. The hotel has already introduced 40 new rooms to the national stock, with plans to double that number by year's end, signaling targeted investment in the tourism markets. Mr. White says this reflects a broader pipeline of developments aimed at increasing capacity and diversifying geographic offerings.
We are seeing not just the return of rooms that went out during Melissa or after Melissa, but we're also seeing the resurgence of new rooms coming into our room stock, and that we expect to continue to happen over the next 5 years.
The JSE index advanced by 1,537 points today, while the junior market index declined by 5 points. The winners include 138 Students Living, MPC Caribbean Clean Energy, Productive Business Solution, Consolidated Bakeries, and General Accident Insurance Company. The losers include Jamaica Public Service 7%, JFP Limited, Medical Disposables and Supplies, Caribbean Cream, and Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing Company. 23 stocks traded firm. Foreign exchange trading ended with banks and cambios selling the US dollar for an average $157.90. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $115.33. The pound is going for $216, while the euro is selling for an average $188.34. And that's the business day. I am Sandy Williams. Good evening.